we cancelled our credit cards a while ago, but we've noticed the hit in our ability to earn frequent flyer points. Wow. We used to use these for all our domestic travel to see family. We don't need a credit card, but we're considering signing up for one with a sign-on bonus, having to pay the first year annual fee, then cancelling it within the first 12 months. All right, do that then. Next.
Question over.
Does anyone else do this? And do you have any issues with credit ratings as well?
Go for it. I think if I can go, if that's paid for domestic travel to see family, that's lifestyle, that's most important to them in life, and the flyer points conceptually haven't cost them anymore. They're going to spend that money anyway. Where's the downside? Maybe an annual fee.
So the question is, if it's a $450 annual fee and you're spending throughout the year
anyway,
and
you're not going above that just
covers
because of the points.
The classic rewards seats, like you can, and this is where I'm just at the stage where it's like, sure, go for it, but you've got to realize, peeps, like the whole reasons credit cards exist because most of the people spend more and end up paying the interest payments that pay for the 20% who can use them.
Correct.
Now, everyone thinks that they're not in the 20%.
Yeah.
Everyone, 100% of people, when they get the credit card, will go, I'm going to use this responsibly. Of course, I'll pay it off each month. 100% of people who sign up for the first time would think that. How many people would actually sign up for a credit card to be like, I'm getting this card for the points, I'm getting this card, and I probably won't pay it off each month, and I'm probably happy to pay $90 a month in interest? Like, how many people actually go into it thinking that? Yeah. I would say close to zero.
Yeah, be occasional realist, but yeah.
But
I think it doesn't take much to set it up. And look, I'm neither here nor there. Like, if you go and do what you want to do to get – because I see that outcome, and I think domestic travel to see family, that's a great outcome. Okay, can we do it another way just by saving and not using a card? Maybe. But if that's not impacting their life and they're disciplined enough to pay it on time, which is pretty easy to do, let's be honest. You get a statement, here's the balance, pay it 5 days before the due date and move on to the next month. Like, it's not difficult to miss that, is it? Well,
so I don't use credit. Like, at the start of the episode we talked about I use my Upbank for my day-to-day crap.
Yeah.
I've got one in the business that I've talked about.
Yeah.
So all the team have one with Amex. I can see that, Jess has bought this, Rach has bought that, Ryan's bought – that's all fine.
So you do that? Like, you pay it on time?
Yeah, well, to that, I've just got an automatic debit set up.
There you go.
Like, I've never missed a payment. And the way but I didn't – the credit card in the business I've got for more admin ease. So
yeah, not recreation.
Like ANZ Business was just – that was so useless with trying to set up cards for team members. Like they had to go into branches. They had to do Amex, literally log in, Ryan, Jess, Rach, cards.
They've nailed it.
And, we've got over 30 grand a year of subscriptions, right?
Yeah.
With all the cloud chat and so we get points and it's kind of I'll take them and use them. And for example, when we went to New Zealand, and I've done this when we've done tours with the staff, because the Qantas Business Rewards, it adds up with the staff, I'll just click upgrade where possible.
Yeah.
So when we came back from part of the trip from Auckland, Ryan got upgraded business with me. And I was like, 12,500 points, sweet.
Nice.
But I'm not setting up my business and my life being the point hunter because you go down that road, you end up spending more. Like the mass data and the aggregate says you spend more.
Okay, so this person, let's say that they're not going hunting for points. They're just doing it. They're living their life as normal.
Sounds like they are, but sure, right? Go on.
Well, we all are, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like we're looking at how many points we've got and the upgrade wouldn't have occurred if you didn't have that point system.
But also life would have gone on.
It would have.
I would
but
have.
we wouldn't have a show to answer this question. Like you look at it and say, well, okay, first part of this, does anyone do this? Yes. Are you disciplined enough to do this? If the answer is yes, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Right. Second part of it is issues with credit ratings. Don't know. Haven't personally been affected by it.
Yeah, and this is the thing. In Australia, if they did this once, if you're doing this once, getting the points, I mean, it just sounds. Are they saying they're going to sign up, get the points, do the minimum spend, cancel it within the first 12 months, and rinse and repeat?
Correct. And I haven't done that.
If you did it once off, you've got no issues. If you did that consistently, your credit file will be impacted. In Australia, there is no such thing as a credit score. There is a big thing about my credit score. There's 3 credit bureaus in Australia: Equifax, Ilion, and
don't know the other one.
yeah. Anyway, they might have even changed that. Anyway, of the 3 credit bureaus, they'll have their internal score that they give people. But when you go and get a mortgage with the mortgage broker, the banks and lenders, they're not saying, well, John Pidgeon, you did a 900. And sure, there could be a thing where within the 3 bureaus, over 800 they wave through or something like. But what they're doing is they're looking at the data to form a credit profile to see if you are worthy. Now, if it said that you've got Citibank 1 year, HSBC the next year, ANZ the next year, Qantas the next year version, that could have an impact that it could impact your credit profile, and a bank or lender might not want to lend to you.
Yeah.
Or it could impact the rate that they give you. It could do that. But I'm just saying, does anyone else do this? Lots of people do it, but you'll end up spending more if you are literally churning cards. And everyone, I just can guarantee everyone who says they do it, they're a great success and all that. But we know that the big data says on balance, and you've actually got to understand how the point system works, right? So John Solvair Wealth, right? You could literally go to Qantas and say, I want to enroll in the points program. So what you could do is you could say to Qantas, I'd like to buy 500,000 points from you. Then you buy the points from them. And then you say, if you book a clarity call and you give me your Qantas number, we'll do dollar for dollar. So what's a clarity call? $500?
$450.
$450. For every clarity call that you have with us, give us your credit card number, you'll get $450 worth of points. Because you have bought the points from Qantas in your business. You've used that as a marketing tool to lure spending. That's how the point system works.
Yeah.
And then what happens over time, so just last week at the time of recording, Qantas, they inflate the points over time. It used to cost 10,000 points for a business upgrade from Brisbane to Newcastle. I used to do it, 10,000 points, bam, get dinner on the way home, done. It's now 12,500 points.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's inflation. They want people to spend more money.
That's right. Like this whole thing is, So my first thing, okay, if you want to do it, but just don't whinge when you spend more and you've got a balance left and you go out to dinner with 8 people and you're like, I'll put it on my card to get the extra points. You put it on the card, you've paid $800, $100 ahead. You forget to chase up 2 people, you're $200 out.
Yeah. That's right.
It can get costly very fast, death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, that's the dance you run with. Check what your personality's like.
And you can, and everyone can look up online the studies of fMRI when they've done these functioning, I think it's the F's functioning, had an MRI going and they've got people to pay, or imagine paying with cash and paying with credit. There is no pain associated with the credit spend because it wasn't their money.
No.
So anyway, psychology. Cool. Hey, it's Glen here. Thank you so much for watching today's video. You made it to the end. Can I ask a favor? Can you hit that like button and maybe hit subscribe if you want to get notified when we release further videos just like this one, whether you watch the Money podcast or Retire Right. And remember, if you want to learn more about investing, I've got an investing book, The Quick Start Guide to Investing, and there's a link in the description to get your hands on a copy. Thank you so much. Bye.